students. We'll start with the next topic, that is stem cell regulation, debate, social and ethical concern. I think this is session 7 of chapter stem cells. Okay, this video lecture deals with stem cell regulation, okay, and their social and ethical concern. So how stem cells are regulated? The Food and Drug Administration Center for Biologists Evaluation and Research regulates the human cells, tissues and cellular tissue-based products, and they are intended for the implementation, transplantation, infusion and transfer into human recipient, including hematopoietic stem cells. The FDA, that is the Food and Drug Administration, has published a comprehensive requirements to prevent the introduction, transmission and spread of communicable disease. The regulatory requirements for allogenic products are more extensive than for autologous products. The stem cells come from different sources and are used in a variety of procedure or application. The stem cells from bone marrow, umbilical cord blood or peripheral blood are routinely used in transplantation procedure to treat the patients with cancer and other disorders of blood and immune system. Stem cells sourced from cord blood or unrelated allogenic use are regulated by FDA, and a license is required for distribution of these products. The FDA requires a review process in which a manufacturer must show how products will be manufactured so that the FDA can make a certain that appropriate steps that are taken to assure the purity and potency. The general principle on research on human participants involving the cells and tissues derived from human embryos and fetuses or any other source must safeguard the human rights, safety, dignity and fundamental freedom. This includes the processes related to obtaining the human tissues, cells for research, diagnosis and clinical trials. It is important that the fundamental tenets of beneficence, that is malfeasance, justice and autonomy are adhered to for any research involving the human participants. The research involving the use of stem cells must be conducted under a specific requirements and guidelines related to these cells. And the stem cell research is highlight a strong ethical and theological disregard. Even on this basis, all the procedures utilizing the human embryonic stem cells were banned in Europe in 2011. The embryonic stem cell research consequences state it immoral and unethical by certain laws and religions. The people against stem cell research argue that ending one human life, the destruction of a blastocyst to get a stem cells, cannot be justified hoping to save another human life. The embryonic stem cells can grow haphazardly into any random cells spontaneously, and it has led to the more use of non-embryonic stem cells, in a particular mesenchymal multipotent stem cells, which have their own disadvantage of stem cell research. Adult stem cells have a limited capacity to proliferate, making them more time consuming in obtaining them for cell-based therapy. Although they are easily accessible, and getting them from a human body is an invasive procedure which may be quite painful process. So the consequence of stem cells include the long period of growth of stem cells before use, and even after thorough research they still don't work for certain patients. It is because of too costly to afford or higher rejection rates and unsuccessful treatments. Every day, the stem cell products were transported around the world as a part of life-saving therapies for patients. As the products are collected and transported across the international lines, additional regulations may apply. These regulations were determined by each individual import and export country, and each country also may have its own local, regional and national regulations on the collection, manufacture and distribution of cellular therapy products. Though the list is not complete, an example of some regulatory requirements may be found here. The World Health Organization serves as a directing and coordinating authority for health within the United Nations system. The World Health Assembly initiated the preparation of first guidelines, principles on transplantation endorsed by Assembly in 1991. So these guiding principles have greatly influenced the professional codes and practice as well as legislation around the world for almost 2 decades. And the ethical principle for this embryonic stem cell research include the principle of respect, means the embryo is a human life which should not be damaged without reason and good cause. Because of potential benefit in treating the human disease, research should be allowed and supported. The principle of informed consent, that is called autonomy, and the principle of safety and utility, and principle of non-commercialization. Tissues and cells should be donated, and buying and selling of gametes, embryos, fetal tissues should not be allowed. The ethics and reprogramming ethical questions for the discovery of induced pluripotent stem cells. So here the use of human embryonic stem cells for medical treatment and research is debated because of moral implications of using the human embryos. In 2006, a method was developed for artificially transforming skin cells into an induced pluripotent stem cells that have a similar abilities as embryonic stem cells. Okay, so there are many questions raised. Do we need these embryonic stem cells, or should researchers switch on to using pluripotent induced pluripotent stem cells to avoid moral issues? So what are the moral issues to do with this induced pluripotent stem cells pose? These are the questions raised. And the ethical issues are the use of stem cells from early embryonic cells have caused a lot of ethical debate. It has been argued that it should be illegal as it is destroying a human embryo which could potentially develop into a whole organism, that is whole the human being. There are many laws and acts which researchers are legally bound by. The researchers can only use excess embryos. They must have written permission by each individual responsible for the embryo, and the researchers must have a special license to carry out the research on embryos. So embryos cannot be created for research purpose. There are the ethical debate in favor also and against. And in favor, embryonic stem cell research fulfills the ethical obligations to elevate human suffering. Since excess IVF, that is IVF embryos will be discarded anyway, so it can be used for the valuable research. The issues to consider in the stem cell research: the type of stem cells being used and the date of derivation and type of research being conducted, and human versus the animal stem cells. The problems with the stem cell research has comprised the long-term adverse health effects, including tumorigenesis. The another factor why stem cell research is bad is the risk of certain abnormalities because of environmental toxins or genetic errors that appear during replication. If rejected, stem cells might trigger an immune response or cannot function normally with no known reason. Thus, one of the great consequences of stem cell research is that there is no guarantee whether the therapy would be helpful despite the successful treatment of stories of some patients provided by the media. Okay, it is important to follow a general principle which is laid by national ethical guidelines for biomedical and health research involving human participants. Okay, the general principles are highlighted here. That is the principle of essentiality, principle of volunteerness, principle of non-exploitation, principle of social responsibility, principle of ensuring the privacy and confidentiality, and principle of risk minimization, and principle of professional competence, principle of maximization of benefit, principle of institutional arrangements, and principle of transparency and accountability, totality or responsibility, and environmental protection. So these are the general principles has to be followed according to national ethical guidelines. So other scientific consideration the ethical and scientific consideration determining the specific requirements related to stem cell research are here the listed here. National guidelines for stem cell research in 2017. The first one, it is National Accreditation Board for Testing and Calibration Laboratories. Next one is National Apex Committee of Stem Cell Research and Therapy, and new biological entity, National Guidelines for Stem Cell Research, and no observed adverse effect level, no objection certificate, quality assurance, quality control, peripheral blood stem cells, polymerase chain reaction, pluripotent stem cells, review committee on genetic manipulation, Railway Health Service, research and development, severe adverse events, somatic cell nuclear transfer, standard operating procedures, somatic stem cells, and stromal vascular fraction and termination of pregnancy and umbilical cord blood. So these are the ethical and scientific consideration determining the specific requirement related to stem cell research. And what are the areas which are prohibited of the stem cell research? In the current state of scientific knowledge and understanding, the stem cell research is following areas are prohibited. The first one, the research related to human germ lines gene therapy and reproductive cloning. In vitro culture of intact human embryos, regardless of the method of their derivation beyond 14 days of fertilization or formation of primitive streak, whichever is earlier, so it is not permitted. And clinical trials involving xenogenic cells, any clinical research on xenogenic human hybrids and use of genome modified human embryos, germline stem cells, gametes for developmental propagation is prohibited. And research involving implantation of human embryos after in vitro manipulation at any stage of development into uterus is prohibited in humans and primates. And breeding of animals in which any type of human stem cells have been introduced at any stage of development are likely to contribute to chimeric gonadal cell, so it is prohibited. These are the areas where stem cells are prohibited. Okay, the funding and regulation of stem cells can be done by state, federal, or international. All the three levels of government are a future stem cell research insecure. The research is strongly supported by scientists and healthcare professionals and very much needed by the patients. On the other hand, those who oppose the research, embryonic stem cell research especially, are highly motivated and determined to legislate it out of existence. So in the absence of federal support, many individual states are considering the funding of stem cell research. Okay. The social and ethical issues around the use of embryonic stem cells must also be addressed. Many nations, including the United States, have a government imposed restriction on either embryonic stem cell research or production of new embryonic stem cell lines. So induced pluripotent stem cells offer a new opportunities for development of cell-based therapies while also proving a way around the ethical dilemma like for using the embryos, but just how good an alternative they are to embryonic cells remains to be seen in the further future study. Coming to the conclusion, it is clear that many challenges must be overcome before stem cells can be safely, effectively, routinely used in the clinical setting. However, their potential benefits are numerous and hold tremendous promise for the array of new therapies and treatments. Okay, students, I think this completes the application of stem cells and their ethical debate. Thank you for watching. Keep watching